Good morning, Bio 2 class. This is your instructor, Karen Klein. And if you are listening to this, it's either because I told you that you shouldn't come to class today if you don't feel comfortable driving, because it's only the first day of class, or I myself had decided, look, I'm not coming in today, even though NCC is open. I don't know which one yet because it is only 8 o'clock in the morning, as you see in the lower right hand corner. All we were going to do today is just go over the format of the course. We aren't actually having a real lab that you have to perform, so that's why we have this flexibility, and it is 2024 after all. I'm just doing this in one take. I'm not going to redo it if I mess up, so sorry for the complete novice quality of the video. Also, I have parrots that like to talk. You can probably hear them now. They're not talking, but they might interject their own thoughts on the course. All right, I'll go ahead and get started. This is the Blackboard page for your course, and it probably looks a little different on your end because this is the instructor. This is my view, so there's probably a bunch of things here that you can't see that I have hidden. That's okay. So first of all, you know this is a hybrid class. That means that the lecture material is online and asynchronous. It's the lab that you have to come in on Tuesdays in order to get the points for the course, or to complete the course. So I'm going to go over that actually as far as the assignments that you have every week that you're doing on your own. Now, where you can find those is here in the lecture tab, and you want to click on that. And as you see, everything is organized in folders. So what we're doing each week has its own folder. And you do have assignments this week, even though we don't have a lab. So let's just explore this a little bit here. So this is week 1. It's just an introduction to what Bio 2 is all about. So you want to click on this to see what you have to do this week for the lecture portion. Every week starts with responsibilities and assignments. It tells you what you have to do, and everything basically is due on Sunday. So you want to review and watch the lecture or watch the lecture. It tells you what your book reading is. Complete and submit the questions for comprehension, which are due on Sunday. And every week has questions for comprehension. It varies week to week how many there are. And just for this week, there is a discussion board. I know students don't care for discussion boards. It's only this week. And then to attend lab on campus. You have your learning objectives for the week. You will want to hold on to those, keep those in mind, just like the chapter questions, because when we get a lecture test, it's based on these learning objectives and your chapter questions. So here is the lecture for the week. There is a YouTube link. Click on that, and it's just me narrating the PowerPoint, and then you have a link to the digital version of the PowerPoint. There are actually 2 lectures for this week, so there we go. There's another lecture, and then the PowerPoint for that particular part of the lecture. Alrighty. Here is your discussion board post, and what you want to do is click on this link, and this takes you to the discussion board where you will want to go ahead and follow the instructions on introducing yourself to the class, and of course do make sure that you do follow the directions on how to create a discussion board thread if you've never done that. And I do ask that you include a picture of something that is meaningful to you and explain to the class it's meeting in addition to just introducing yourself. That's just my introduction. Here are your chapter questions for the week. What you want to do is you answer the questions that are presented here, and there's some kind of tutorials or some things that you can use in order to answer the questions. And please do not submit in .pages or Google Docs, either MS Word or PDF, but there's a way you can actually submit these questions otherwise. So you can answer the questions on a PDF or make it a PDF or an MS Word, and you can click on the link. There we go. And you can either upload your document that has your answers, or you can just type right into this bar. I think the limitation to that is then you don't have access to the answers as far as I know, and that can be problematic when it comes to studying for exams. But it's going to take me back. It will. So there's your discussion board, how to answer questions. Yeah, just more stuff for tutorial purposes. As far as the lab itself, so anyway, go back to that. My apologies. So each week you're going to have a folder that has, your typical responsibilities and assignments. This again for the asynchronous lecture portion. This week's objectives. There is the lecture. Some questions for comprehension. Okay, so you get that. As far as the lab is concerned, I do have here on the left-hand side a tab for that. And basically, did I press the right thing? I did. Okay. The syllabus is in here too, but there is another place where the syllabus is located. Actually, well, I guess we could go over this as far as, or no, this is different. As far as your labs, this is where your labs are housed, and this has your schedule on it, but you do not need to print anything out before you come to class. You will get a hard copy of the lab. So these are just here, just kind of, I guess, so you can just see what lab we're doing if you want to look over it. There aren't any questions you need to answer, or pre-lab questions. And so that's more kind of for convenience and kind of so I just know where the labs are. As far as that, so yeah, you don't have to print these out. If you do miss a lab, there's a tab that says makeup versions of labs. This is only if you miss a lab. You may not, but for some reason you can't make it to lab. You can make up a lab. The only thing is you do it digitally online, is that it's policy. It's not my policy, but you can't get full credit for it. So at least you don't lose all your points, but you do get some credit for these online labs, since it's not, labs aren't supposed to be online, but just in case you miss a lab. And I guess I should also point out, you can cruise this on your own, but one thing is here for the textbook contact. I have the link to the bookstore if you want to rent the textbook. If for some reason, if you can't afford the textbook, just let me know, because there is a free online college biology textbook that isn't the one that we use, but certainly students have used it in the past, and they've done fine with that. Just let me know. Here's our course schedule. This can change at any time, so we'll keep our ear to the ground on that. And then it does have grading policies. You can go over that on your own. I don't want to make this too long for you. So, okay. So that is basically it. Please stay safe. I will say that, again, like, your safety is paramount. And, I've been driving for decades in snowy weather. You probably have never driven in the snow at this point, because most of you are like 18, 19 years old, and it hasn't snowed much in the last few years. So if, just be safe. And again, I'm not sure what if I'm going to come in this afternoon, I don't know, but I will text and email you. So please, as to this regard, so please check your email regularly. And I'm using the phone numbers on Workday as far as texting you. And so I apologize if it's not the right one, or if I'm texting your mom or your dad or your sister or what have you, whatever phone number you provided to Workday is what I'll be using to keep in touch with you until I actually see you in person, and then you can correct that if you wish to get texts from me. Okay, well, that's it. And let's keep in touch, okay? Any questions, feel free to email me, and I will get to you as soon as I can. Okay, thanks, guys. Take care. Be safe. Bye-bye.